It's way too common a sight these days. Hoodies up, after dark, looking for loot. There's been a huge increase in youth crime, break-ins, ram raids, jewellery heists. But these two are going really low. They've stolen from a school, from kids like Ruby.
Well, someone's got to know about it.
Here's a clue. This school bell doesn't quite ring true, because what's missing is Tahunanui's much-loved centuries-old school bell. That's what these two nicked, and what brought young Ruby to fair go.
Me and my friends think it's all, quite disappointing.
The bell's been a huge part of student life here.
We used to have students that had got earmuffs out here every day and gave it a good old jolt to celebrate graduation day, or had it ringed for just like the start of like school, lunch, morning tea.
School principal Barbara remembers it when she was a student here too.
I remember it being a bit taller than it is now. I used to live up on the hill up here, and you could hear it even when you were having a sick day. You could hear the bell. It's been a big part of our history since 1945.
That's when the local fire station in Nelson gifted the bell to the school.
It was the end of the war, the swimming pool was being opened, everybody was in a really good mood.
But at 3:45 a.m. on Tuesday the 2nd of August, this happened.
It's people in hoodies, they're quite tall, taller than the bell, so they're not children. It's black and white, it's blurry, it's night, it's very hard to make out any faces or anything like that.
Two people enter the school, use tools to unscrew the bell from its stand and carry the bell out.
I followed the trail. I found a whole lot of rubbish that had been tipped out of a wheelie bin, and they'd used a wheelie bin to transport it because it would have been really heavy.
And this is all that's left of the bell. You can see their faces in some parts of the footage, but it's still hard to ID them.
We lost kind of view on the cameras, so we didn't really have much.
And a month on, after the Hunanui school put the call out to the community, it's gone silent.
Just no news at all, like nothing, not even a whisper, which is, again, quite unusual because often you get people telling on each other.
And yes, police have approached local scrapyards because the bell is
brass, we're thinking, and I guess that's why they want it, for the sort of prized metal.
The bell may have been sold and melted down. Brass and copper thefts are common. Copper spouting, hot water cylinders and decorative garden items have been targeted.
It was painted yellow though, so we tried to make it as unattractive as possible.
There's been a spate of bell thefts. Palmerston North Boys High and Longburn Adventist College had theirs stolen too. Theft has increased by just over 25% compared to before the pandemic. Schools in particular are vulnerable. They're open spaces used by the community too. So how to make them safer? If you want to keep things on your property secure, investing in a security camera system like this could make a huge difference.
Security cameras are a deterrent. So obviously when people see that there's cameras, they can see there's accountability. They can see that they'll be seen.
Security specialist Luke Mealamu says apart from security cameras, there are ways schools can be better prepared.
Lighting is very important. Having sensor lights that light up the place when there's movement. Gates and fencing is important, just keeps everybody out. Obviously trimming the trees back so the school is visible from the roads. Locking your valuables down and locking out of sight. And finally, monitored alarm system is very important.
I arrived here about 7 or 8 years ago. There was no gates and there was no operating cameras. And so we had those fake cameras and we didn't have a lot of vandalism. So in the last period of time, we've had to put up more and more cameras. Unfortunately, we didn't weld or lock the bell in a way that it couldn't be taken. And I guess it's kind of that, why would anybody take one?
Oh, I'm Luke.
Luke says building strong relationships within your community can help.
But I do believe in the community buy-in. I do believe in, the neighbours. They're your eyes and ears from the 5 to 9.
Ruby's got her own theories about why the thieves targeted her school.
I think it's been one of the TikTok trends since the Brightwater statue got taken.
That's the Ernest Rutherford statue that's since been returned to Brightwater in Nelson.
As they've been seeing like all these TikToks and like, oh, let's go steal this thing.
I guess the worst case scenario is that they've melted it down. Hands up those who knew that the bell got stolen.
But they're not losing hope just yet.
If they still have got it in a garage or the boot of a car or they haven't done anything with it yet, we'd love it back. Just drop it off.
Hopefully, like the Brightwater statue, it's going to return and hopefully someone isn't going to try to escape down the Maitai River or something with it.
And if they don't get it back, Tahuna Nui are open to look at other options.
That might be that there's somebody out there that, I don't know, can carve something or can make something or can think of a replacement that maybe can start our new history and we can go forward with. So we'd be really pleased with something like that.